If you've ever thought about spending a weekend in Key West but weren't sure if it was worth a trip, this video is for you. I just got back from what I would consider a perfect long weekend there. 3 days, a packed day one of exploring, a bucket list national park day trip, and a final day of total relaxation. I'm going to walk you through my exact itinerary, the food, the highs, and yes, even one pretty terrible dinner. So let's get into it. My friend and I decided to fly down from Central Florida because neither one of us felt like driving 8 hours. And as soon as we arrived, we checked into our hotel, Havana, Cabana. From there, we immediately went to walk around downtown. That first night, we made the mistake of eating at a restaurant that I'll mention so you can avoid at least my meal. Viva Argentinian Steakhouse. The service was really great, the atmosphere was fun, but my fish, which was supposed to be the fresh catch, was flavorless and almost certainly not fresh. Honestly, it's my own fault for not sending it back, but if you do go, stick to the steak. For our first full day, we took the free hotel shuttle downtown and started our morning at the Koffie House. It's a great little breakfast spot. I got an iced matcha and a turkey and egg sandwich, and it set the tone perfectly for the whole day. Although the guy did tell me it was going to be turkey bacon, and it was definitely turkey slices, but besides that, it was good. From there, we headed straight to the Truman Little White House. We timed it perfectly and walked right into a tour. The house is old but beautifully preserved, and the guide really brought it to life. Tours happen throughout the day, but if you want to book tickets in advance, you can, and I'll put the link in the description. As we walked to our next stop, we grabbed a drink at Moondog Cafe. I was in need of hydration, and the cucumber, watermelon, and lime drink was delicious. In that heat, it was exactly what we needed. It's right next to the Hemingway House, which is a popular place to visit, but we skipped it since my friend had been there before. Then came the surprise of the trip, the Key West Butterfly and Nature Conservatory. I honestly wasn't expecting much, but we were completely blown away. We're talking hundreds of butterflies, some of them enormous, plus flamingos, birds, and a turtle. It was somehow even more humid inside than it was outside, but it was so worth it even though we were sweating by the end of it. After the butterflies, we swung by the Southernmost Point. It's been moved and it now sits at the end of Duval Street, very close to the conservatory. After we got our photo, we headed back to Moondog Cafe for lunch. Both of our meals were delicious, and I had to try the key lime pie. I mean, obviously. We ended the afternoon at the West Lighthouse. The climb is manageable, and the 360-degree views at the top are just lovely. I'd recently climbed the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse, the tallest in Florida, so I knew this would be much easier, and it was. We opted to skip Mallory Square that evening and had dinner at the hotel lounge, watching the sunset from there. We knew we had an early morning ahead of us, and so we made it an early night. Plus, we're not really big partiers. Day 2 was the day I had been most excited about and was actually the point of the whole trip. Dry Tortugas National Park. This place sits about 70 miles off the coast of Key West and is one of the most remote, least visited national parks in the entire country. And honestly, it's one of the coolest. I booked the Yankee Freedom Ferry about 3 months ahead of time. These dates sell out fast, so if you have a specific date in mind, don't wait. Check-in is at 7 a.m. and you don't return until 5:30 p.m. in the evening. It is a full day. So, it says pull. Boo-boo's like, it's a two-hander. This is annoying. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's like raining. Oh my god, I just tripped over mats. Okay, well, we're off to a fun start. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, my foot is dirty. This is great. Okay, our Uber is probably here. Before we boarded, we grabbed breakfast at Cuban Coffee Queen near the port. Even with a little rain, it was worth the stop. An excellent egg sandwich and some really good Cuban coffee. There is a free breakfast on the ferry, but it's carb heavy and we wanted our protein. The ferry ride is about 2.5 hours each way, so bring something to do or just enjoy the ocean views and have a chat with the other patrons. Once we arrived at Fort Jefferson, we joined the guided tour, which was fascinating.
The Getaway out here, right? Las Tortugas on the nautical chart. Who knows what that means in Spanish?
Turtles.
Turtles, that's right. Tries to escape. This is post-Civil War. There were rumors. Carriage is aftermarket, not OEM, but they did a good job replicating it.
Then grabbed lunch on the ferry, explored a bit on my own, and then went snorkeling. The snorkeling was fun. Not Fiji level, but genuinely enjoyable and similar to what I experienced in Key Largo. If snorkeling isn't your thing, there's beach time available too. Just know there are no real facilities at the island. Restrooms are on the boat, so plan accordingly. Would I go back? Absolutely. It's one of those rare experiences that lives up to the hype. Fort Jefferson is massive. The water is that perfect turquoise color and the whole place just feels like it's at the edge of the world, which I guess it kind of is. On the way back to the hotel that evening, we walked by Half Shell Raw Bar and made a spontaneous decision to eat there. We sat waterside, listened to the rain come in, and had an amazing seafood dinner. But I ran out of battery life, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Day 3 was simple. We relaxed. We slept in, packed up, grabbed breakfast, and claimed lounge chairs by the Havana Cabana pool. We ate lunch out there too and spent a good chunk of time defending our snacks from a trio of iguanas who had zero shame. If beaches are more your speed, there are options, but for us, after the intensity of dry Tortugas, under an umbrella and poolside was the perfect ending. A few quick tips before you go. On timing, the best time to visit is winter. Dry season, no hurricane risk, beautiful weather. I went in April and it was fine. Just a little bit hot and very humid, though not as bad as the summer would be. Shoulder months like April, May, September, and October are solid options if you want to avoid peak crowds and prices. Just keep in mind that September and October are still in hurricane season. On getting there, fly if you can. Key West has its own airport. If you drive from Miami, you're looking at 4 hours on the overseas highway. Scenic, but very long. On getting around, Key West is extremely walkable. We used the free hotel shuttle in Uber for longer distances and walked pretty much everywhere else. Golf cart rentals are also popular and genuinely fun. My friend did it on a previous trip and loved it. On money, Key West is not cheap. If you want to save money, eat a few meals away from Duval Street, take advantage of happy hours, and enjoy the free stuff. Sunsets, beach walks, and just wandering the streets cost nothing. Whether you're someone who wants to pack every hour with activities or just needs a few days to decompress somewhere tropical and a little quirky, Key West delivers. There's history, nature, incredible food, and that laid-back island energy. As always, I'll link everything I mentioned in the description. If you found this helpful, give the video a like and please subscribe for more travel content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!